Hello once again everyone, Original Blood Ace here. It's time for another news video. We have 3 stories to go over today. First of all is the UK chart for Zelda: A Link Between Worlds places in the top 10. Just barely, it reaches number 9. Let's go over this list. Now first of all, I gotta say, I don't think the UK should even bother doing lists, because every fucking time it's always going to be FIFA at the top of the list and Call of Duty at the top of the list. It's just biased that way. Everyone over there in the UK, okay, maybe not everyone, but it just seems like all they really care about over there is FIFA, 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 and COD. That's it. Battlefield 4, I guess you could put that there, but I don't really think it deserves it. It's just a prettier version of Battlefield 3. Assassin's Creed 4, yeah, fair enough. That one deserves to be in the top 10. Forza, really? I mean, if you're a freaking, what's the word? Raceaholic, if you're like, oh, race games, those are the shit, those are what I really love, then I guess. But in general, for the mass public, Forza does not deserve to be on a top 10 list at all, except for maybe, in top 10 racing games. Lego Marvel City Heroes, or Marvel Superheroes, whatever. Lego is pretty casual, doesn't really need to be on there. Dead Rising 3, again, I guess it deserves up there. It's pretty much the only Xbox One game that would deserve to be on that list, because Forza really doesn't. Grand Theft Auto 5, overrated much, but I can see it being on there. The Legend of Zelda number 9, and Rise, Son of Rome, which is a fucking pretty much interactive movie with stupid chaining, what's the word, not cutscenes, damn it, I can't remember the word now. Like where QuickTime events, that's the word. Where it's just like, oh, walk up to a guy, it tells you push A to slash his head off, push B to stab him in the back, and you just chain it into combos. Whatever, but, that's our first story. Let's move right along, I guess. New York Times writer says the Wii U is the only new console with a game worth playing. Now this speaks volumes. The New York Times has recently written an article asking if Super Mario 3D World could make the Wii U a popular console. The writer behind the piece says that while he has a brand new Xbox One and a PS4, Mr. Moneybags, he has been playing Super Mario 3D World on Wii U instead. He then went on to say that the Wii U is the only new console with a video game worth playing at the moment. However, it should be noted that the Wii U has been out roughly a year and the new consoles have only just launched. He says, but the Wii U is also the only new console with a video game worth playing, Super Mario 3D World, which went on sale Friday, which that makes it seem like it went on, like a discount, but it didn't, is the best Mario game in years, which, since Galaxy 2, I guess. It's not the best game for the Wii U, or it's not just the best game for the Wii U, it's the most entertaining game that has been released this fall for any system. To a calendar pendant, Grand Theft Auto 5 went on sale in the summer, so that's not part of the fall. Now with Super Mario 3D World, Nintendo has at last delivered the kind of game for the Wii U that its players probably expected from the beginning, well, the outset. Like the best Mario game, Super Mario 3D World is a surreal celebration of play and exploration. It's a dazzling display of shifting perspectives with an inventive use of light and shadow, but for the first time, you need a Wii U to play one of the year's best video games. For beleaguered, is that word right? Beleaguered? I don't know. Wii U owners, that's probably enough. So there we go. There's a great story there. Someone in the media actually talking about a good reason to have a Wii U, and it's the only system with a worthwhile game at this current time. I've been saying that for a while. But let's move right on to our third and final story, shall we? And this is the most bullshit story of the day, which is investment site says that Apple's iPhone controller, which is, I'll show you a picture right there, doesn't that look hideous? Ugh. Could be the death of Nintendo. Oh boy, here we go again. It's not even Michael Patcher this time, but as soon as he hears about this, he'll probably jump all aboard the bandwagon. And again, I've talked about these guys before. The website Motley Fool is reporting that Logitech's recently unveiled iPhone controller, the PowerShell, could ultimately mean the death of Nintendo. Let's just get into what it says here. But Nintendo's reliance on handheld gaming is dangerous. First of all, they don't rely on handheld. They have home consoles and they've made money on it. Look at the Wii, you fucking retards. But anyway, and they says, and potentially fatal. With Logitech's new controller, Apple's phones could finally get the sorts of the games, that makes no sense, that attract core gamers. Let's cut that in the butt right there. No person who plays games on a phone is a core gamer. That's just a bullshit lie right there. You can't prove, there's nothing on this planet that can prove otherwise. If you play games on a phone, like strictly, and you consider phone games to be competing with Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, you're a fucking idiot. Core gamers want consoles, or even PC. Not fucking phones. You know what phones are for? Phones are for phoning people. But anyway, when that happens, the reasons tone in Nintendo handheld will plummet. Let's rewind the clock a bit. What was the first time that there was really handheld gaming? Even before the Game Boy, which was Nintendo had that little Mr. Game & Watch contraption. And I guess you could somehow argue the Etch-a-Sketch thing, but basically, for what, 20 years now, Nintendo has owned, ever since the Game Boy, Nintendo has owned the handheld market. They are the handheld market. There's a reason Microsoft doesn't even go into that area. I mean, you could argue, oh, they're tablets. But Nintendo, to say that Nintendo will lose or fall in the handheld market, that's literally impossible. Unless Nintendo decided for some reason to stop making handhelds, that's never gonna happen. It's just physically impossible. Or, unless some other random crazy psychopath decided to try and blow up Nintendo's headquarters and succeeded. But unless something like that happens, there's no way in hell, even though there's that saying, oh, until hell freezes over. Even if hell froze over, Nintendo would still burn through it and reinvigorate it and keep on going. There's literally no way in hell Nintendo will ever fail the handheld industry. Ever since the Game Boy, the Game Boy, they've been the handheld industry. The day that a phone beats freaking Nintendo's handhelds, like in quality and games and all that, then I can't even think of a good reason or a good example of something to say here. That's the day that Mario goes over to Microsoft and Sony, okay? It's that simple. But I'm going to end the video here, so this is Original Blood Ace as always. Thanks for watching. More videos coming soon as always.